is so cold in there. We turned the air off constantly. It was freezing. There's like a air conditioning in the hotels that just run and make horrible noise, and they just.
We're hot. All good. All good. Goodbye, my love. So, I was trying to explain to my friends of my kids, and they were in the back seat, and they said to one of them, "What's your mom do?" My son was like, "A lot of stuff," which was a great answer, and I will take that to the grave. And Lily says, she's a yoga teacher. And this other kid was like, "What's that?" Which was great. And so I had to find a way to explain yoga without using yoga, right? And they had just come from some kind of crazy art paper supply store, a certain form of heaven. And it was particularly perfect because we're thinking about Vishuddha, we're thinking about the energy here at the throat, and the throat is the place where we say, this is my story. And if I hold the story long enough, then I come to understand that this is what I believe. And I believe it so strongly that I can't see it anymore. I can't see that I hold my left shoulder higher than my right, even though I do it all the time, right? I can't see that this is not upright. Sure, I'm sitting up. Isn't this great? I'm sitting up. No, this is upright. And so we want what is unseen to become seen. That is an act of Kundalini Yoga, is the unseen becomes seen. So here at the throat, what stories am I holding at a level of belief? Is there a force of resistance? Do I have to work to make my way forward through the day? Or is there a force of assistance? That when I set myself into motion, I am supported. Which of those stories do you hold most fully? When you set out to do something, are you assuming you're going to succeed, or are you assuming you're going to fail? We carry a story. We carry an understanding, an assumption. And I said, look, I had a scrap of paper in the car. I was like, this is your innate state. You are completely smooth and clear and free and beautiful. And then you start to walk and your parents go, "Oh, good job, keep walking." And then you knock some stuff on the floor and they're like, no, that's bad. That when you make this shape, then you get love. But if you make this shape, and you're like, "I really think that this is who I am." No, our family isn't this. You may not be this. You need to be this. My ex-husband's mother wanted me to be this. But that, to us, when it's not our true shape, is really uncomfortable. But we can pick up all kinds of little folds, and all through our lives we're making a shape, and we become something that we assume is who we are. But this limitlessness is who we are. So why are we doing yoga? To come back to this. So that everything is possible. So if this looks like a banker, or this looks like a florist, or this looks like a plumber, I don't care. But you have the ability to fold and unfold your life story to become both the everything and the one thing you desire to be. Right? So we're folding and unfolding ourselves to find the freedom to unfold from all the ways that we've been told this is who we are and what we need to be. That takes a lot of energy to move from something that this is how I'm told I need to be, this is when I get more pay, this is when I get more love. I guess I'll just be like this. To change that story takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of prana, a lot of momentum, and a lot of permission. So when we start out and we get warm, we're generating the prana that allows us to choose. Do I want to be this or do I want to be this? That's why we move. That's why we build strength. So we have some pliability to shift our story. And he got it. He's 15. And I said at the end, okay, you get a pick. I know he thought I was totally wacky, but he knows my kid, so that was okay. I was like, which of these do you want? This one has been made into a beautiful shape. This is like, you've gone to the Ivy Leagues and we expect your life to look like this. It's beautiful and expensive and it will last your whole life long, but it doesn't change much. Or, this one has just been told what to do, but you can pretty much make it into other things, or this one hasn't been folded at all. It's up to you. It was a great question. And he took the blank paper. He took the unfolded paper. And he's like, I'm going to make my own. So we'll start out on the back, because this is the place that gives us the energy to move. I know that was a long start, but we have to understand, why am I folding and unfolding? Why am I doing dog and why am I doing child? Because all of those shapes are holding stories and choices. So tap out your feet, wag your tail, settle yourself in. Lengthen your breathing, lengthen your spine, press your hands to your thighs, press your thighs towards your heels, feel the back begin to open, put a little traction, let your knees move a little side to side, press your thigh bones away. Deepen the breath into your chest as you inhale. Settle, turn your chin, get the length all the way into the back of your neck. Press your hands into your thigh, that little bit of lengthening. The belly opens. And bring your knees into your chest, hands to shins. Now round the low back, broaden the shoulders, and take your right hand overhead, right leg long. Imagine you're unfolding. Keep unfolding. Unfold more and more deeply into your body, into your heels, into the back of your knee. And then bring it back in. Right hand, right shin. Left hand overhead, left leg long. Open the shoulder, open the elbow, spread the toes. You can feel that when you open, there's more space for breath. And then bring it in and start to move your pace, your body, your creases, folding and unfolding. On the exhale, empty your navel. Right? On the inhale, feel that opening side grow long and smooth, and then fold it in. And the fold of the hips becomes crisp, like a hinge. You can go out the mouth 10 times. In the nose, out the mouth. In the nose, out the mouth. Like you're just being emptied, that the thigh towards the body. It's taking all the breath out, and all the breath is taking all of last week out. 4. 2. Good. 1. Roll right over onto your belly, facing away from me. So you're just going to roll right over. Hands beside your ribs, tiny peeling, wag your tail, a little bit of a lift into a cobra. Now right arm long to the floor, roll to the right. Put your left foot down, roll open. Roll your belly down, roll up. And then left arm out, roll left. So that you begin to move side to side. So that you begin to move like a cylinder, that you're rolling instead of folding, and feel how it rolls across the fronts of the hips. Let the belly begin to lengthen. Let the chest open and the collarbones broaden. So inhaling up into your cobra. Exhaling as you come down to roll. We go 5 more. And just see what space starts to open through the chest. Legs are heavy, heart is high. 1 more. And you're going to roll right back onto your back. And the left hand will hold the right knee. And the opposite hand and the opposite leg are open. And then you change them both at the same time. Right hand, left shin, exhale.
Inhale to change, exhale to cross. Inhale and exhale. So start to feel that the fold as though you were bringing your knee towards your shoulder, reach out towards the heels. Now get a little more active, a little quicker and a little stronger. Press into your heels. Lift your head, shoulders, and bring the work right to your navel. You can work right here, or you can put your hands behind your head and bring your elbow to your knee and turn your chin towards your armpit. We're going to stay just 30 seconds to press and to press. So that there's a point at which you have to begin to choose. Am I going to turn on? Or am I going to sort of drop away from the effort? Let your breathing be steady. And turn your engine on, that the belly gets bright and sound. 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. Roll right over onto your belly. Elbows down below your shoulders, palms into the floor, wag your tail, let your hips be heavy. And now let all that light lengthen out the navel. Try to widen your elbows, draw your fingertips towards your palm center. Let your thighs get a little heavy. Again, wag the tail, lengthen your heart and your throat. Yep. And to turn over on your back, catch your knees and roll up into hands and knees. So that you're facing the front of your mat, you can add the blanket beneath your knees. And from hands and knees, dropping your elbows to the floor. Just like your Sphinx, your heart comes forward. Draw your fingers towards the centers of your palms and feel the heart come a little forward. Feel the throat and the chin lead. And from here, a tiny little baby cat-cow, round and open. Elbows are down. So there's less space. Good. The next time you round, keep your chin to your chest and drop your hips back towards your heels. Keep your elbows down and your palms down and explore that line. Palm, elbow, hip. Come back to elbows. Chin up, rounding, tail back. Keep your elbows down and rise up and look forward. Arch the back, tuck the tail, drop back. So it's this tiny baby cat-cow. Just give it 5 more. Keeping your forearms on the floor, putting a little more movement into the upper back, upper chest. Keep your tail moving. 1 more. So return to hands and knees. Now we inhale up, then exhale, elbows, exhale, hips back. Inhale, elbows, inhale, hands. Exhale, elbows, exhale, hips. Into elbows, into hands. To out, to out. To in, to in. 1 more. Out, out, in, down dog. Keep your knees soft, keep your heels high, open the chest. And just feel how the heart and the throat and the arms have a little more space. Walk your dog by pedaling it out, 1 knee bends. Feel opposite hand and opposite heel. Hands and knees. Take your right hand forward with your thumb up. Press your left hand to bring your navel up into your body. And then take your left heel back. Tuck your chin to bring your navel into your body. Now elbow and knee meet under your chest. There's exhale, inhale, long. To exhale, to inhale. Exhale, inhale. Let your left knee swing like a hinge. You've built this shape on your back. Feel it here. 3, 2, good. 1. Right hand down, step your left foot outside of your left hand. Pause. Turn your right palm off your mat and bring your right elbow back down to the floor. Yeah. Aha. Good. Now bend your left knee. Put your left hand on your left thigh and let the inner edge of your left foot peel off the floor. Send your left knee away. Good morning. Let your hips come forward. Now feel that length from your throat coming forward. Remember we had our forearm on the floor and we were lifting the chin. Can you find a back bend here? Good. And left hand to the floor. Put your right palm flat. Tuck your back toes under. And bring your left foot so it points straight forward. Right beside the left hand. Good. Left hand to thigh. And just revolve. And float your right heel over the ball of your back foot. Lift your right thigh firm from your right hip to your right heel. And revolve the navel. Left hand high. Turn your left palm to the front. Float your right hip. Take your left hip back. Just stay 3. Imagine you're drawing your hands apart. 2. Soften your face. You are unfolding. Even though it feels like folding. Rinse. And set down. In child's pose, fingertips to the floor, wrists lift, elbows lift, hips back, arms long, heart long. Ha. Can you breathe into the backs of your lungs? Can you breathe into the backs of your lungs? And in the backs of your lungs, can you widen the spaces between your ribs? Good, rising. So the left hand comes out, thumb out. Right heel back. Tuck your chin and press your right hand navel into the body. Elbow to knee. Open and close. Inhale and exhale. And you are deliberate. You're pressing your right heel as though you were closing a door behind you. Keep your belly into your body. So you're getting some heat, some circulation, some space into the right hip. 2, 1. You'll step your right foot outside of your right hand. Whew. So rest into the heat of that hip. Left elbow to the floor, left palm turning out. Right hand to right thigh. Let your right inner foot peel off the floor and let your hips come forward. Now find your back bend. The heart comes up, the throat opens, the chest is broad. So we start to explore where are the places where I don't even know how to unfold, where my whole body has understood a structure to be in one direction, and I don't even know how much space is available somewhere else. Navel is long, heart is long, chin is up, high, and then back into the center. Put your right heel under your right knee, put your left hand under your left shoulder, and lift off the back knee. Right hand, right thigh, revolve. So keep that back bend in the chest and lift your right thigh and lift your right hand. And now there's nowhere to go, but it's an opening, it's an offering, and you tell your body you can go, you can use this shape. Draw your hands apart, turn your palm towards the front. Float your back heel over the ball of your foot so there's some levity, so you're buoyant. All the way into the backs of your lungs with your breath. And down dog, step back. All the way out, dropping the head, feeling that we are becoming more spacious, more lengthy. Good. Step your right foot up inside your right hand. And keeping that left thigh high, the way you just did, let your hips come up. Put your right hand inside your right foot to your right heel. So your inner right hand and your inner heel touch. Perfect. Good. Keep the back heel off the floor. Look a little forward. Now take your left hand to your sacrum. So can you feel are your hips square? One hip is the same height as the other. Good. Now you're going to keep looking forward. You're going to spin. You're going to spin, you're going to spin, and you're going to take your left hand high. Keep your left heel high. And your hands open again. Ha! Now where are there openings? Places we never thought there could be light. 3. Back thigh is floating, back heel is floating, left elbow is open. 2. Keep looking forward rather than up. And now take your left hand overhead. Ha! To the back heel. And sweep back, set down. Down dog. Feel the right hand, right hip, right heel. Good. Bend your knees deeply. Lift your heels. Take your left hand to your outer right calf. Right? Right hand press high. Left knee bends as your right leg straightens. Look up under your armpit. Press. Yeah. Now look up. Ha. And take your chin towards the upper part of your armpit. Rather than down towards your chest, reach up and look out. Good. And then 2 hands down. Press it out. Right hand, right hip, right heel. And then the left foot steps up. So we built this. We made the creases in our paper. Float your hips. So there's a little space you can go forward and back. You're not stuck in yourself, right? A little forward and back. Perfect. Perfect. Good. Now lift your hips. Bring your left hand inside your left heel. And looking forward, heart forward, navel to the body. Use what you've done. Right hand to your sacrum. And now check it out. My left hip wants to collapse, and I can feel it in my hand. So I square the hip back and my right hip forward. Keep my back leg strong. Now looking forward, revolve and reach up. All the way through your back thigh. All the way through the right side. You got it, you got it, you got it. Yes. Heart coming forward. Swing your hips to the right. Yeah, now reach overhead. All the way through your chest, through your heel. And set down. Step your left foot back. And pause. Bend your knees. Open your arms. Yes. Housekeeping. So, right hand to the left outer shin. Both knees bent. As you straighten your left, bend your right more. And look up underneath the top edge of your left armpit. Extend out of your left arm and back out of the left heel, revolving. 3, 2, and center. And feel your dog with a little more space. Soft and steady, right there. Right there. Good. Walk your feet to your hands. Put your hands to your hips. Sit your seat down and lift your heart high. Keep your hands at your hips and just stand. It was big. It was a big start. It snuck up on us. Interlace your fingers behind you. Knuckles to your spine. Listen. Yeah. Like, what do you find in there? Oh. So as you open your chest, see if you can open the fronts of your hips. Like, you know when you think your house is clean and then you look in the cupboard? Like, all the surfaces were great because you had packed it away in some crazy spot. So your sternum is rising and your thighs are opening, and anywhere that's needing this, let your hands come a little bit higher. Backs of the arms, down through the feet, out through the tips of your toes, let your hips and legs move. We're going 3. We're going 2. We're going to do big back circles. So right hand up and down, and left hand up and down. Shake out your legs, shake out your feet. And then sweep both hands high, palms together, thumbs down the back, elbows wrap in. And just feel the space you've made. Again, wag the tail, find your way in. So there's not rigid, there's space. You can bring your hands to point back, you can drop your thumbs in. And just feel how that opening of the backs of your arms begins to open the front of your body. Good. Elbows down, elbows in. Reach up, look up. There's your inhale. Take it, fold it. Knees bend, hands down. Left foot steps back, left knee to the floor. Use what you've made. Hands up high. Drop your hands, shift your hips back, let it out. 3. Swing it up. And 2. How much more powerful you are as you make some space in your body. 1 more. Hands up high, palms together, thumbs down the back. And let it go. Hands up and fold. Step your right foot back, down dog, press. And the left foot steps up and the right knee comes down and the hands up and back. Let it through. So we make some momentum. And in the momentum, we make some power. Let it through. Hands up, palms together, thumbs down your back. Look up, reach up. And then fold down. Right foot steps up. Sweep your hands wide, sit down, thumbs up, heart up, and thumbs down the back. There's our flow. Reach up, look up. Folding. Knees bend, right foot back, right knee down, hands up. Reach up, look up. Tuck your chin, exhale. Reach up, release. And hands down, step back, down dog, pressing out. Right foot, left knee. Inhale. Palms together, down the back. Unfold. And set it down, stepping up. Sweep wide, sit down, thumbs up, stand up. Down the back. Elbows in, and then release, look up. It calls the energy up. Knees bend, fold down. Left foot steps back, left knee down. Hands up high. Down the back, tuck the chin. And then release, look up. Hands down, step back, press. Strong dog. Press. Left foot, right knee. Swing up, fall up. And then fall in, elbows in, thumbs down. Release, rise. And fold. Right foot steps up, sit down, thumbs wide. And palms together. Reach up, look up. Last return, hands down, step back, right knee. Hands up. Down your back, tuck your chin, elbows in, and let it go. And press down. Step back, down dog. Good. High plank. Down dog. Right foot. Left knee. Hands up. Down the back, tuck the chin. Reach up. Fold. Step up. Set your blocks in front. Hands wide, sit down, thumbs up, heart up. Down the back. Hands high. Sweep wide, turn your thumbs down, interlace your fingers. Elbows wide and loose. Close your eyes and just feel the movement of your arms is small. And as you close your eyes and the movement of your elbows so soft, what can you disrupt or dismantle? What can come a little more undone? How can you allow yourself towards that empty, clean, clear sheet? 3. A little more. 2. And then releasing your hands, palms face forward, just be still. We have the capability to move in every direction. With every fold, we are a creator, maker of meals, of choices. Step your left foot back. Take your left hand high. If you have your blanket, just step over it. Right hand wide, right thumb down, back of your hand to your spine, a little higher because you're ready. Lift your left hand, lift your left thigh, hinge at the hip. Folding down, now you have your block under your left hand, 2 if you need it. Swing your hips to the left, your navel into the spine, lengthen the backs of your legs. Here's your exhale. Turn your left thumb up, inhale, rising tall. So these build this beautiful asymmetrical strength, aligning the backs of your legs to lift the back of your heart, rising tall. This movement in the legs and in the spine is what allows you to sit up with your broad, broad chest. One more. Your heart high. Lift your back thigh. Hinge at the hip. Turn your navel right. Good. Draw the left hand with the block under your left shoulder. Stay. Swing your hips to the left. Send your hips back. Good. Release your right hand high. Turn your chin to the right. Spin. So drop into your feet. Lengthen your legs. Open your hands. And fall into a little bit of a back bend. So from the heart to the throat and the throat to the chin, can you open that line and find a little bit of a back bend? Use your left hand. Yeah, beautiful. And look down. Nice one, Lori, go. Down dog, set it back and pause. And pause. Right hand, left heel, feel that line. Come on to your fingertips, look at your hands. Right fingertips, left fingertips. Ha! Would shift your weight back, bend your knees, pull up out of the fingertips, put your left foot to the center line, closer to the right foot, right heel high, float. Fingertips, float. Can you be buoyant? Let your heart come a little forward. Let your right heel come a little higher. Let your heart come a little forward. Press your fingers down, away, drop your head. See your left heel. Open your navel. Where's the back bend? Where's that back bend you just made? Foot down, walk your feet to your hands. Hands to your hips. Bend your knees. Sit down, lead with your heart. Pause tall, open your hands, let it be done. Just let it go. Pause out. So your right foot steps back. Heels are in 2 separate lines. If you feel wobbly, then you want to widen your base. Right hand comes up. And as I lift my right hand, I lift my right thigh so that I'm not collapsing to bring my hand back, that I'm lifting my right thigh and my right hand. Left hand wide, thumb down. Find the spine, go a little higher, and lift from your right thigh. Hinge at the hip, come forward, and find your block. So there's our breath out. Swing your hips to the right and drop your head. Find the foundation. Your heels to your toes are long. Good. Lead with your right thumb, coming up. Inhaling up, lift your right thigh. Turn your navel left and fold. Rinse from the navel and rise from the legs. More and more work lower in the body. So your heart floats, your hand floats. And turn your navel left. Turn your right hip forward. Bring your block beneath your right hand. Press down and turn your navel left. Firm into your feet. Turn your chin left and your left hand up. Now where's your back bend? So wrap your right arm in a little bit. Revolving the outer right arm towards your heart. From your navel to your heart, grow long. From your heart to your throat, from your throat to your chin. And find the breath and sustain this. Legs are strong. And looking down, setting down, set your block forward, down dog, hands and feet. Pause, feeling the space, the strength you're making. Knees are soft, hips are high. Arms are long, legs are long. So there's a tendency to here, as we get a little bit fatigued, to collapse into the hands. So look forward and don't collapse, instead float, fingertips. Bring your right foot towards your left and float your left heel high. Everything floats. How can you lift your heart into your body? Using your left heel, lift your heart into your body, lift off your fingertips, look to your right heel. And a little more buoyant, a little more floating, a little less weight. Open the back of your right thigh, open the back of your right knee. Good. And then left foot down. Put your knees wide and put your toes together. Bring your blocks into a line. And as you rest back, so they're on their belly, put your elbows down, palms together, and sit your hips back. Drop your head down between your arms and fold in. Your elbows reaching slightly forward, your tail reaching slightly back. Broaden between the backs of your arms. As you come up, you'll put your left hand on the left side block. We know this posture. Swing your left foot out, turn your left toes under, right foot flat. Left hip coming forward, right hand over the top. Good. Turn your right palm toward the floor. There we go. Beauty. Hips forward. And then elbow to knee. Tuck your chin. And open and close. So everything you've done, navel to spine. At this point, I want you to think of your hips going back as you fold, and then your hips moving forward as you unfold. Now, where's your back bend gone? Yes. 3 more. Find your back bend. Navel, heart, throat. Ha. And once you stay this last time, pivot your left foot towards the blocks a little further. Hips forward. Navel to heart. Heart to throat. Find that little back bend. Encourage it with your hand. Turn the palm down. Turn the palm up. What allows your chest? Scooch into the mouth, the face, the expression. Drop your head. And then bring it back down. Good. Wide-kneed child, again, toes together. This time, rather than elbows, I want you to set your blocks on their edge and a set forward so that it's just under the heel of your hand. Fingers drop down. As your fingers drop, your tail drops. As your fingers drop, your tail drops. And in this state of traction, your elbows open, your shoulders open. Breathe into the backs of your lungs. And in the backs of your lungs, feel your breath encourage the back of your spine to become spacious. The spine is not continuous. Find the spaces between the bones. And then drop in, soften your face. Use your weight here. To rise. Good. Turn your right block down. You can turn your left out of the way. Turn your right toes out to the right and put your left foot flat to the floor. And the left hand comes overhead. Take your time. So the left outer foot is flat to the floor every time. And as you pause here for a moment, just feel the left side. It starts to lengthen. Let your left foot be heavy. Let your right hand be heavy. And then bring knee to elbow and take your time in and out. Fold and unfold. The unfolding is where we're looking to grow. So let the fold be familiar and the unfold just follows a little further each time. So on your own count, on your own exploration, go 2 more. And then pausing, pivot your right foot closer to the block. Right hip coming forward, left hand overhead, allow the back of the head down. You can play with turning your palm to free through the shoulder, through the arm, through the jaw, navel to heart, heart to throat, throat to chin. Back of the head is heavy, hips come forward. Good, bend your elbow, look down, set down, down dog. Take your time, now float. Without using your fingertips, can you float? The heart flows up into the backs of the lungs. So notice if you're collapsing or pressing into the front of your body, and float up into your heart. Good. And walk your feet to your hands. And set your blocks aside just for a jiffy. Hands to your hips, stand tall. Let it out. Weight into the centers of your heels like there were 2 quarters under your heels. Imagine your toes are trying to spin open and your heels are trying to spin in. And as you press into that little spin of your feet, you can feel the outer thighs wrap back and the heels press down and the tail and the sacrum draw together. Good. Weight into the left foot, nice and stable, right knee. Bend it to catch your right foot. So left hand to hip will help you keep your tail going down. There's a tendency to arch here to get around your foot, but I want you to drop your tail. Press your left thumb down the back. Press your left thigh back. Bring your knees side by side. Bring your hips side by side. And if any lift at all, you're taking the whole front of your right thigh back. And the left hand high. So that you're coming right up out of the right hip, right heart, right chest. And then you set down. Take your right hand high, turn your right palm to the ceiling. Left hand holds your wrist, go up. So now your right heel is down, but you've made space in that right side. Take the space up and your hips to the right. Now find the back bend. Find the back bend. That's a racy little spot. Find the back bend. And explore from your right thigh, through your pelvis, through your throat, up, out your hands. Good, 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 good. And as you release, right hand back circle, left hand back circle. Move it through you. That is really deep space in there. Feel your right side. Right elbow under the left to hold the left wrist. Step your right foot wide to the right. Toes pointing forward. Put a bend in your knees as you fold over. Elbows towards your right ankle. And then to your left. So bending one knee and straightening the other. Move between the two. And with your hands in this eagle pose, lift your elbows up towards your chin and breathe into the backs of your lungs. And then pause at your right ankle and send the left outer foot down. Feel your left inner thigh. Bring your elbows up. Tuck your chin into your chest. Change sides. Elbow to the left heel. Outer edge of your right foot down. Inner thigh opens. And center. Heel toe one foot a step closer. Sit down into your heels, bend your knees, bring your elbows up. Sit down into your heels, lift your elbows, sit down, lift your elbows, tuck your chin. Press straight down, rise straight up. Step to the top. Then let your hands out. And then feel and release. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, more of it. Don't take it personally, none of it. This isn't yours. It's past, it's finished, it belongs to someone in the past. Here we go. Good. So heels on quarters. Try to spin your toes out and your heels in and feel that draw your navel to your spine and your tail down. So keeping this square, bend the left knee. So if I'm tight through the front body because I sit a good deal, there's a tendency to look like this. Good. Start at the chest, the sternum comes up, the chest broadens, and this will give you a little space to take your left thigh back. And you're opening through the front of the left thigh, so there's this crease is unfolding, is flattening. Right hand high. As though you were lying on your belly. The pinky edge of your hand to the floor. Stand in your right foot, hard up, chin in. And then put the left foot down. Left hand to the ceiling. Right hand holds the left wrist. Go up. Open the left side. Unfold, unfold. Go right. Hips go left. Now where's the back bend? A little bit of a spin, a little bit of a lift. Where's your back bend? It's very small because it's so deep along the spine, into the breath, under the throat, under the jaw. Go you. Find your way in. And then into the center, you're going to have a backstroke and a backstroke. Whew! And all the territory you just opened, clear it. Open the window, sweep the floor. And your left elbow comes under your right. And you hold the right wrist elbows up. Step your left foot wide. Bring your elbows towards your left heel. Bring your elbows in by bending your left knee. And then change side to side. So it can be big, it can be small. Keep lifting your elbows a little bit up, away from your hips. So as you bring your elbows to your left heel and you pause, one option is to sit a little deeper and lift your right toes. Sit all the way down, turn your toes up and lift your elbows. Yeah. Good choice, good choice. And then change sides. So sitting your hip to your heel like surfer, draw your toes up, lift your elbows up. It's an option, it's there. Choose wisely and find center. Yeah! Heel toe, one step. Sit down. Sit down, elbows up. Sit down into the resistance. Let the resistance hold you. The resistance wants everything to stay the same. Awesome. Here, hold my seat. Thank you. Press straight into your heels. Unfold. Legs long. Press your thighs back. Open your feet. Step to the top. And release your arms. And it's as though waves of the past that were held in your body can come off. Heels are down. Thighs are open and long. Cross the navel. And this opening of the low body allows your heart up, your chin lightly in. You are spacious and commanding. There is assistance in you and through you when you make space. Hands up. Good. Just a soft bend in your knees. Hands down the backs of your legs. We fold. We'll lift halfway from there. We'll fold back in. And then we'll stand tall again. So hands up the backs of the legs rising. Again, down the backs of the legs. So simple. Breath out. Fold. Lift halfway. Lengthen. Fold again. Good, rise up. We're just using the body to deepen the breath. One more, fold down, breath all the way out, all of it. Fold it, rinse it out, drop your head, lift halfway, fill the chest, empty the navel, fold down. Unfold, rise tall. Good, hands wide, step right. Soft bend in your right knee, left hand in front of your right toes. Fingers point towards toes, look right. Find the back bend. Put it together, everything you've done, everywhere you've been, let it through. And left hand wide, stand up, unfold. Bend the left knee. Right hand, fingertips point towards your toes. Bend the left knee. Find the back bend. Open the throat. Give it a minute. Draw your hands apart. And now we continue, hands wide. Inhale up, bend your right knee. Left hand down, revolve, look up. Open your hands apart. Stand tall, unfold. Navel broad, turn left. Exhale, navel left. Inhale, up, open. Bend your right knee. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Bend the left knee. So we will add Om, A in the belly, U in the chest, M in the head. Fold to the right. Om. Inhale up. Fold left. Om. Unfold. Fold right. This is your story, your life. Step your feet to the top. Sit yourself down, and we're going to have the strap. You just cross your legs, seated at the top. The strap is across the front. Super simple. You've still got your blanket behind you. We'll use that in a jiffy. Blocks on either side. So we're all set up. So with your strap wide enough that you can come up and over the shoulders. If this is too much, don't use a strap. Go one hand at a time. So if you have a strap, I want you to continue to explore this. Because you've made this, I want you to find the back bend and then let the back bend out a little bit of a round. Oh. And as your hands come up and you have a little back bend. Now if you can do that, I want you to continue. If not, left hand down and the right hand is just simple, big reverse backstroke. And find that you can have a little bit of a back bend right there. Good. And if you're doing one arm, I want you to change and now reverse the left hand forward and back. You just do 3 more. Where's your back bend? So from this seat all the way to the top of your head is where we're headed. Good. Good. The next time you have your hands behind you, perfect. Chest is broad, heart is high. Turn your palms to face each other and hold the strap a little bit closer. So sit up on the blanket behind you. You get the slightest lift. Your heels a little forward, super heart forward, hands a little rising as you fold. Good. Inhale, bring it up, hands down. And exhale, fold. In your hips forward folding, there's still a little back bend. So keep the chest broad, the heart open. So at the hips, it's a forward fold, and at the shoulders, it is a back bend. Go one more, just like that. And fold down. Aye, so good. Rise up tall. Put the strap over your left thigh. And then thread the bottom around. So I've made a loop around my left thigh. Take it behind me. Right hand, turn your thumb down. Take the back of your hand to your spine and catch the strap. Good. So walk your left hand as close towards your right hand towards your hip as you can. And the back of your hand is against your spine, and that's important because it's protecting your shoulder. It's against my outer hip. Left hand, thumb up, and now bring your palm down to the right thigh. Now we turn right. I turned our palm down. Turn your palm open, my mistake. Open the chest, ready? Take your chin to your left shoulder. Take your left shoulder to your left knee. Go. Lori was like, it's not easy.
This is last week.
This is last week. We got to do it twice. So straighten your bottom arm. Yeah, hello. There we go. Now give it some motion. Now lift your chin up, over to the right, sit up tall, and turn right. Good. That's breath out. Inhale as you move, and exhale as you revolve, chin to shoulder. Inhale up over. All the way up behind your ear, all the way through the palate, the roof of your mouth. Up and over. To your left shoulder. Full. One more time, up, over. And as you come back down, see if there's a little more space, move down on your strap. And now stay, left arm is straight. Soften your right shoulder, soften your face, soften the right side jaw, soften your hips. So the outer hips are opening. Become heavy. Let the outer feet be heavy, let the outer knees be heavy. Trust the bind. There's no work in the body. Be heavy. So that when you unfold, you lift your chin and you take yourself back. Chin to your right shoulder, revolve. See if you can get your hand to the top of the left thigh. Just snake it over. Yeah, awesome. Now can you breathe into the backs of your lungs? Less work in the legs, less work in the face. Just the breath moving in and out of this shape. Good. And as you unfold, close your eyes and rest your hands on your thighs. And you'll feel all the subtle connective tissue continue to unravel internally. Just as you sit still, there's going to be a moment when it's like a very small, slow, elastic band continues. Opening, 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 opening. And it's bringing you into a quiet. Keep softening as you breathe out. Keep concluding what you did. Let it go. And we'll set the strap aside, set the blanket aside, but have your blocks within reach as you lie back. Knees are bent, feet are flat. Bring your blocks with you and pause. Tap your feet, wag your tail, settle your chest, relax until the low back finds a little bit of a lift by itself, tail drops. So the natural structure of your spine shows up. With the blocks in your hands, just stand in your heels to lift your hips. And bring your blocks on their bellies, side by side underneath your sacrum, and turn your palms open, tuck a shoulder, tuck another. Let your thighs fall in, let your heels be slightly wider so that your inner thighs can fall down. Now I want you to take your left hand onto the pinky edge of your hand. And straighten your arm. So from the left pinky, left forearm, left outer shoulder wraps down. You are on the left side hand. And that feels nice and straight, fingers pointing towards your toes. Bring your block under your left hip, bring it lower until you're able to just hold that left block. Good. Left foot flat. That when you lightly hold the block with your left hand, it creates a little traction. There's a little more of a lift in the low back and a little more drop of the left shoulder. The heart is up, the chin is in. Straighten your right leg, flex your foot, put your right heel to the floor, toes up, right hand overhead. Right palm sees the ceiling. Give it a minute. Adjust as you need to. So you are standing in your right heel. And you're reaching into the right heel and you're reaching your right hand away, and this is opening the right thigh, the right hip, the right psoas, the right shoulder. And at the same time, you're holding the left side block, tucking the left shoulder under. So it's as though the left side is rolling open to the left, and your right side is opening top to bottom, front and back. Right side lengthens, left side widens. That's it. That's it. Good. And then draw your right foot in, right foot down, left hand down. Find the pinky edge of your hand. Scoot your right side block a little longer, a little further away from you so it makes some traction. Tuck your right shoulder under and pause there. So you're using the block to get your right arm to straighten and drop your right shoulder under you. Left leg straight, left heel down, draw your toes back. Left hand overhead, palm to the ceiling. And then press into your left heel. So you're drawing back on the right hand and pressing away on the left heel. And find your breath and be super asymmetrical. Stand away. Yeah. Keep tucking your right shoulder under. That's the spot. Good, good. Easy. Yeah. Feel where we're headed? Unwillingly? Yeah. Right? All of this is sitting. All of this is folding during the day. And then all of this is working so hard with your kettlebells. Right? Ooh, baby. Bend your knees, hands down. Move your blocks aside. Turn your palms open. Rest there for a beat. And notice the space along the collarbones. Now breathe into the fronts of your lungs. Gently keeping in mind that we need to turn to the right side, so we're not done. Hi, sweetie. And so knees to chest. Keep your knees wide. And then roll yourself up to a seat. Sit on the edge of your blanket. And get your strap. Hi. Hi. Go be with Lori. Go be with Lori. Okay, bye. Good girl. So seated on the edge of your blanket, give your hips a little height. And rather than the strap, we're all putting the right hand down, big back circle with the left. Hi, Pook. Good. Now you're going to come up into the center. Right hand will hold the left elbow. Left hand goes behind the right elbow. Go up. Oh, go up. Find the quiet. The elbows try to widen. The hands try to narrow. Navel to the spine. Good girl. That's a good girl. Left hand to the floor, right hand back circles. Where is it needed? What pace is appropriate now for you? And the right hand will hold the left elbow. So whichever clasp, yeah, phew. Whichever clasp you had, reverse that. Oh, so sit down. Find a deep quiet in the midst of the intensity that wants to show up here.
And just check, is your left shin in front of your right? Strap goes over your right thigh. Wraps around. Oh, I know. Only Stephanie's straps are bad. Okay. So the strap goes together, down the back, left hand wide, thumb down, take it to the back. So the back of your hand is against your back body, come to the waist, and then find the strap. So you've built a bind, and now you can trust that bind. Now you don't need to hold or pull. Right hand comes across, turn your hand open, back of your hand to your left knee. Yeah. And now chin to the right shoulder to the right knee. Go slowly.
Oh.
You'll run into it. Oh. And then just start to melt that. Whatever you encounter, start to melt that. Out of the hips and the chest and the face. Here's our base. Lead with your chin, up and over to the left shoulder. All the way under the jaw. Right? Up and over. And keeping in mind that these are the yogi facelifts. See if you can feel that all the way under the edge of your jaw, across the root of your tongue, and over and down behind the ear. And if it feels dark or really tight, go gently. And you are creating more circulation, more awareness of that part of your body. You're straining it a little bit so that the body will then come and heal this space, which will keep your jaw tight. One more, up and around, all the way into the roof of your mouth, into the roofs of your eye sockets. And then right chin, right shoulder, right knee, to stay. To stay. And it's here that you are allowing out of you tension. Trust all the binds. Relax your shoulders and your face. Your head is heavy, let it fall, chin to shoulder, shoulder to knee. Just for a minute, stop working at being this shape and let the shape just be what you are right now. Soften more. Lead with your chin, up and over. To the left shoulder. Lightly press into the back of your right hand, revolve from the navel. If you have the space, you can walk your hand to the inner thigh. So that you can trust all the binds. The back of your right hand is a bind. Left hand bind. Now just breathe into this space. Micro movements, find the top of your head so your neck is completely at ease, the head balanced. Find the navel over the seat and the heart over the navel. Unfolding. Find center, close your eyes, let it be still, let it be quiet. Wave after wave of release. The tension melting out of the upper arms and the shoulders and the face, and the spine floats tall. You are held in great assistance. You are held, cared for, watched over, assisted.
always there for us. Set your strap aside. Unfold your blanket once and have the fold be away from your feet. So the open end of the blanket is towards your feet. And the biggest, thickest fold is away from you. That when you lie back, the tops of your shoulders are still on the blanket. And the fold of the blanket is where the tops of your shoulders and the base of your neck meet. If enough is enough, you're welcome to just lift your heels over your hips, bend your knees, and let your hands hold your thighs and float right there, just reversing the pose, reversing the flow for a minute. Or root your elbows beside your hips, roll your hips off the floor, and catch your hips in your hands. And tuck a shoulder, tuck another. Now the shoulders are still on the blanket, and the back of the head is on the mat. Let your knees bend and turn your heels wide and your knees in. Breathe into the backs of your lungs. Feeling the head fill with blood. Work there. First, straighten your left leg up. Lift your hips. Bend your right knee down towards your right shoulder. Good. Now press your right leg up. And bend your right knee down towards your right shoulder. And press your left foot higher and your right knee down. Open the left thigh. Good. Right foot up. And then right knee bends. Bring it down. Stay right there. Reach into the left foot. And then reach your right foot unfolding. So your right foot comes overhead. It might find the floor. It might not. Walk your hands a little higher. Your hips a little higher. Reach into your feet for 3. Be soft. Be 2. Bend your right knee. Press your right foot high. Bring your left knee down towards your left shoulder. Press your feet apart. And then left foot high. Bend your left knee to your left shoulder. Press your right foot higher. Reach out of your hip. And one more time. Reach up. Bend your left knee down. Pause right there. Perfect. Or straightening your leg right where it is. Bring your left toes towards the floor. In half halasana. Reach your right foot high. Draw your feet apart. Bend your right knee down. Knees may float by the shoulders, toes may float over the floor, or toes may find the floor. Soften the upper back, the back of the neck, the surface of your face. As you release your hands, let your low back roll down toward the floor. Bending your knees, you'll put your feet flat. And turn your palms open. And pause. Put your breath into your belly, into your abdomen. It's soft and wide and deep. As you breathe in for 3 and then pause for 3, right into the abdomen. And all the way out. 2, 3. In, 2, 3. Pause, 2, 3. Out. In. Pause. Out. Adding on. In. Pause. Now into the ribs. Add more breath. 2. Wide like a sigh. Pause. All out. All out, all out, all out. Into the belly. Pause. into the ribs, widen. Pause. All out. More. To the belly. Pause. Ribs. Pause. All out. Adding on, add the belly. Pause. Add the ribs. Pause. Feel the collarbones, the tops of the lungs, all the way up. Pause. All out. All of it. Everything. All that you've carried. And the belly. Pause. The ribs. Pause. Collarbone. Pause. Soften around it. And let it go. More. One more belly. Ribs. Collarbones. And out. Notice. Turn your palms down. Lift your hips. Bring your thumbs together underneath your hips. Palms down. Sit your hips on the backs of your hands. Yeah. Come up onto your elbow. Hi. Heart comes up. Broaden your chest. Raise your chin. Walk your legs out. Sorry, boo-boo. Thighs down. Toes back. Drop your head back. Elbows down. Heart comes up. Little pull with your heels. Now, can you find the below breath in the belly? Pause. In the chest. Pause in the collarbone. Out through the feet. In. Pause. In. Pause. In. Pause. Out. One more. In the belly. Chest. Collarbone. Pause. Exhale. Right, tuck your chin, sit up tall. Sweep your hands high. Turn your thumbs back. So coming upright again. Halfway forward. So if you need to, bend your knees. And a little fold. Navel to spine, that's your breath out. Sitting up tall, that's your breath in. If bending your knees is a lot, put the blocks under the backs of your knees and feel the support. If you don't need the blocks, legs are out. And we'll go 3 more times. Inhale up and exhale fold. And just feeling out from the heels to the tips of the toes, from the heels to the hips, the hamstrings, the navel strong and sound. Navel to spine. Good. Draw your elbows back. Reach the right. Inhale. Exhale, right elbow back. Left hand. Good. We'll take both hands out. That's the inhale. Both elbows back. That's the exhale. Reach a little more. All the way out of the hands and the feet. And exhale, draw back. 3. Tuck your chin, spine so long. You are reassembling into this present moment. And draw back. Hands down, so quiet, so tall. Feel the current in the space from your heart to your throat. Find a little bitty back bend. Throat to the mouth, mouth to the forehead, forehead to the crown.
Slide your blanket aside and lie down flat. Anything you need, if you need to lie back and bend your knees and put your blocks under your knees, that's awesome. And as you settle yourself, anything that needs to shift, anything that needs to adjust. And this is a conclusion from Plum Village, where Thich Nhat Hanh has his home. So simple, so simple. Compassion for the body. Notice your exhale and let your body be heavy. A release, a setting down. Notice your inhale and let your body be light. So each time you inhale, you notice I have a body. You greet, hello body. Each exhale, you provide love and compassion. So once you're settled, any last adjustment, and let your attention come to your eyes. And as though breathing in and out of your eyes, on your inhale, you greet your eyes. And on your exhale, you bring your eyes the attention of love. Thank you, eyes, for all that you see, for all that you hold. Inhaling, I greet my eyes. Exhaling, I love my eyes. And they soften. And there is more love. Feel the eyes as the gateway to the head softens, the head opens and quiets. Inhaling, greeting your eyes. Exhaling, extending love. And you bring your attention to your heart. Your physical heart, for all the ways that it works all day long. And breathing in, you greet your heart. You notice it. Thank you, heart. And on the exhale, you bring it love, affection, compassion. On the inhale, you greet your heart. Exhaling, you bring it love. The chest changes, receiving. And then the abdomen, the belly. On the inhale, you greet your belly, all its incredible functions. On the exhale, you bring it love, affection, compassion, inclusion. Inhaling, you greet your belly. Exhaling, you bring it love. And just for a moment, you notice the head. You thank the head, and you bring it love. And you notice the chest. And you thank your chest, and you bring it love. And you notice the belly. And you thank your belly. You bring it love. And you release any effort and you bask in your own sensation. You bask in your own thanks and your own attention. Effortless. Coming out, I want you to just let your breathing grow a little larger and begin to find this tiny practice you can take with you, that on the inhale you greet your head, and on the exhale you love your head, love your thoughts and mind and senses. You breathe into the chest. Hello, chest. And you breathe out. Love your chest. Thank you. And breathe into the belly. You greet your belly, and breathing out, you bring love. And so when you're driving in your car, walking in the woods, preparing your meal, standing in the shower, a greeting, an awareness, and then a love. Feel the frequency that begins to reside in your body as you activate that attention to yourself. That love. And do it one more time. To the head, to the heart, to the belly. And then you take your hands overhead. And you feel the freedom you've made in your limbs and your life. And you roll to your right. Bend your knees and fill the backs of your lungs with breath. And as you're ready, roll up to a seat. Right, sitting tall. Sweep your arms wide. And bring your palms together, thumbs to the forehead center. Om Shanti Shanti, perfect peace. Namaste. So right now we are this beautiful unfolded sheet. Right? We can make anything. We could be a bird, or a crane, or a box. It could be a star. We could fold carelessly, freely. We could explore. What if I made this? What if I did that? Or we could find form and precision, become this. You are free to make all these shapes and then to let them go. That's your story. Have a great, great weekend. I will be back next Saturday for more Vinyasa. Or tomorrow, 8 a.m. Tomorrow is Soul Soil in the morning at 9:30. So I will be doing that, and I will not be at the park. But I'll be back at the park for the Sundays of August. And I will see you then. Do you know how to push the button? The bottom right. And then that one.